Hi, my name's Alexander. Today, I'm going on a pretty cool trip, and you are coming with me. Okay, so let me set the scene here for you just a little bit. It is a cloudy, overcast day here in the Byward Market in Ottawa, which is where I'll be leaving from. Where I'm leaving to is a whole bunch of different places, actually. I think I'm going to, let me think. You know what, I think like 5 or 6 places in Europe, so you can tell I've planned this very precisely. Anyway, it's a kind of a mix of places that I have been to before, places I haven't been to before, so new places that I really want to go check out. My flight out leaves in, I think, about 2.5 hours or something like that. Yeah, a little bit less than 2.5 hours. So it's time for me to get going in a general airport direction. I will fill you in on the details as we go. So, let's go. Okay, so game on. Hang on. That's better. Okay, so got through security, got my boarding pass, and now with a little bit less time to spare than I was hoping to, I have to get to my gate, which is this way. Okay, very quickly, welcome to St. John's. What the hell am I doing in St. John's? I'll explain in a minute, sit tight. Okay, hello and good morning. Actually, because it is technically morning here. The sun is just starting to come up. I can see out the window. Anyway, so this is really sort of the first time I get to actually kind of bring everything down and actually explain to you what the hell is going on. So, the first 2 days of my 10-day trip will take me to Paris. Then I'll start working my way east, going first to Luxembourg, then up to Dusseldorf, over to Rotterdam, then to Hamburg, and finally up to Copenhagen for 2 days before flying back to Canada and working my way back home. One of the things that I learned on that last big trip that I did is that in order to travel economically, you have to have literally no self-respect. Because I'm sure there is such a thing as a direct flight from Ottawa to Paris. As a matter of fact, yeah, there definitely is. But it's expensive. So instead of taking one flight to get from Ottawa to Paris, it's 3. The first one that you saw took me from Ottawa to St. John's. The second one took me from St. John's to Dublin, where I am now. And as the sun is just starting to come up, in about something like an hour, I'm still on Ottawa time, so this means nothing right now. But I think in something like an hour, my last flight will take off, which will take me from here in Dublin to Paris. And then the trip is actually going to start. I'm actually brutally tired. I know there are people in the world that can sleep on an airplane. I am not one of them. So I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little bit red in the eyes, I think. And that's why I've actually got my glasses on now instead of my contact lenses, because the fatigue is starting to set in. I've got an hour and 5 minutes in which to find some food, because I haven't eaten actually since I left Ottawa. So I'm going to go do that, get some food, and we'll pick this up probably in Paris. Okay, Paris. Finally. Well, I'll be honest, it has not been easy getting here. I just realized actually I've now been awake for 24 hours straight. That's not healthy. But anyway, I've made it. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paris. So, I hope you won't be too disappointed when I say that I'm probably not going to be doing all that much today. I'm genuinely very exhausted. Oh look, sorry. My phone has actually finally figured out what time zone I'm in, and it's now the correct time. So it's 2:20 in the afternoon, which means it's check-in time at the hostel I'll be staying at. So I think what I'm going to do is get some coffee to sustain myself and go to the hostel and check in, and I'll be quite honest, I think I'm actually going to just go take a nap at this point. Watching this is kind of fascinating, actually. This is the Arc de Triomphe, obviously. I have no idea how there aren't 6 accidents per minute in this roundabout. It's nuts. I mean, look here. There's bicycles there, a whole bunch of cars, tour buses, taxis, people on motorcycles, and none of them are crashing into each other. It kind of just blows my mind. I feel like if we tried to do that in Ottawa, it would be just mayhem, but here, it works. You know, I'd forgotten just how kind of unbelievably pretty Paris actually is. I was kind of going on when I got off the plane here, I was going like, oh yeah, Paris, all right, well, ho-hum. You know, been there, done that. But as soon as I've started walking around here now, like, I mean, if you look, this is the Seine right here. Let's go to the bank of the river. Oh, that's a pretty nice view. Conveniently, the Eiffel Tower is actually right. I can't see because the Eiffel Tower is right there. It's just like the whole city. Where's the light? There's the light. The whole city is absolutely jaw-droppingly gorgeous. I forgot how much I love Paris for that. Okay, so I just finished walking, I think, about 6 kilometers from where I got off the bus this morning to my hostel, which I realized about halfway through was a little bit ambitious, given that I was carrying this massive thing. My back is a little bit tweaked as a result. Should be okay though. But yeah, no. Anyway, so I'm here to check into my hostel, and here, and you around, is the hostel. Ta-da! Looks quite nice from the outside. Let's go see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, well, here we are. Welcome to a dramatic foot-based dolly shot. Yeah, welcome to the hostel that I will be staying in. I've been dying to do this for the last, 3 hours. There we go. That's better. And we have a mirror here, so... Hi! So yeah, this, I don't... If you haven't seen a hostel before, this is kind of sort of what they look like. This is a nicer one, And the way you tell if it's nice is if it has, as you can see up here, if it has power outlets in your bed. This one's got the European power outlet and a USB thing to charge your phone. That is always very, very, very good. The cool thing is, especially if you're trying to save a lot of money traveling, it's way, 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 way more economical than getting a hotel room, and it's basically just as nice, except for the fact that you got a bunch of other people in the room with you. The upside of that is that they're usually pretty cool people, and they're doing exactly the same thing you are. Backpackers stay in hostels. It's what they're for. Yeah, there we go. Welcome to the hostel, first hostel of the trip. Okay, hello again, back on the streets once more in Paris. I've fixed my eyeball situation, as well as my hair situation, which is good. And now I'm actually off to fix my stomach situation, because I'm extremely hungry. And I actually fancy some crepes, or if you're Anglophone, you probably know them as crepes. So, I found online a place that is supposedly has some very good ones, so that's where I'm off to now. And of course there's a lineup. Well, I guess that's how you know it's good. Well, that is not a bad way to end my first day of this trip. And I am ending my first day of this trip because I just realized I'm now on 31 sleepless hours. And that kind of crap I just cannot stand. So I gotta go back to the hostel now, get some sleep. But it has actually been an extremely good first day of this trip, and there's gonna be 9 more of these to come, so I'm very, very excited for that. But for now, from Paris, good night.